In a cozy little hut by the Meghna River, lived a kind fisherman named Karim and his sweet wife, Amina. They didn't have much, but their love was everything. Every night after dinner, they'd sit by the river, watching the moonlight dance on the water, dreaming about all the possibilities life could bring. For years, Amina and Karim dreamed of having a child. One night, with the moon shining bright, Amina sighed, "Karim, if only we had a daughter as beautiful as the moon." Karim squeezed her hand and said, "We'd name her Chandni, our moon girl." They sat together, gazing at the moon, holding on to the hope that their wish might someday come true. That night, a miracle happened. The next morning, Amina found a tiny baby glowing in silver light. Karim and Amina named her Chandni, their little moon girl. Chandni was loved for her gentle, curious spirit. She spent hours by the river, watching boats and listening to fish jump. Lying on the grass, she'd gaze at the stars, inventing stories about constellations. Her laughter was like tinkling bells, spreading joy to everyone around her. Chandni was playing by the river when an old woman said, "You're so beautiful, but remember, beauty fades. Only the moon's light lasts." Chandni smiled. "Thanks, Grandma. My parents say I look like the moon because they love me just as much as it shines at night." The woman smiled back. Chandni grew more beautiful over the years, shining brighter with her laughter. The villagers loved her so much they started calling her Moon Girl. In the shadowy Kalo-Kor desert, a cruel magician named Zafir hoarded treasures like diamonds and rubies. But he craved something more powerful than moon's light. Then he heard about Chandni, a girl who shone like the moon. On a stormy night, Zafir showed up in the village, pretending to be a merchant. He offered shiny trinkets and asked, "Where's the girl who shines like the moon? Show her to me, and I'll give you gold." The villagers refused, knowing he was evil. Furious, Zafir decided to take Chandni by force. Chandni was playing by the river when a magician wrapped her in a dark cloud of smoke. Her parents, Karim and Amina, shouted, but he vanished with her into the night. She found herself in a tall, black stone tower in the desert. "You'll live here, and your light will be mine," the magician said. But scared yet brave, Chandni replied, "You can't own light. It always finds its way home." Zafir, the angry magician, locked Chandni away. Tears streamed down her face, but she remembered her mom's lullabies. She sang softly, and the moon shone brighter, listening. Karim and Amina cried by the river, praying to the moon for help. That night, they dreamed of Chandni singing. The moon told them to follow the silver path. The next morning, Karim grabbed a lantern, Amina took bread and water, and they walked for days until they found a glowing tower in the desert. Chandni kept singing, making the stone walls shimmer. Zafir got mad, trying to throw shadows over her light, but she just sang louder. "There she is!" Karim shouted, rushing toward the tower. "It's our Chandni." Chandni's joy lit up the night like stars. The tower fell, shadows swallowed Zafar, and she ran to her parents, tears of happiness sparkling like pearls. They returned to the village, greeted with lanterns, drums, and laughter all around. From that day on, whenever the moon rose over the river Meghna, its light seemed brighter. People said it was because the moon had a daughter on earth, Chandni, the moon girl. Chandni became famous for her wisdom and kindness. She never forgot her struggles but kept shining bright, always remembering her dad's words, "Light can't be trapped. It's for everyone who shares it." One day, a girl from a nearby village came to Chandni, saying, "I hear you bring light to people. Can you help my sick brother?" Chandni took her hand and led her to the river. She dipped a flower in the water and said, "Give this to him and tell him to drink." The girl thanked her and went home. That night, she gave her brother the flower. He drank the water and suddenly felt full of energy and hope. The next day, he got out of bed feeling amazing. Word spread fast about Chandni's healing touch, and people came from everywhere for her help. One day, a king visited Chandni and said, "I've heard about your amazing powers. Will you be my advisor?" She thought for a moment and replied, "I want to help your people, but I can't leave home." The king smiled and suggested, "Stay here, and I'll send messengers when I need you." Chandni happily agreed. People flocked to her for help, sharing their problems and seeking guidance. She healed their wounds and reminded them to keep their inner light shining. The king appreciated her support and ensured she was well cared for. Chandni grew up by the river, always helping others. She held on to the lessons from her parents and her time with the king, knowing that kindness and following her heart were what truly mattered. And so the moon girl lived happily, her glow never fading, her heart forever full of love. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a like and stay with me by subscribing to the channel for more fun adventures for kids, animated stories. Thank you so much for watching this video.